Hello Gothadorians, this is Black Math and welcome to another video. Let's just get straight into what's happening. The Hunting for Pelts quest has been solved. Osiris posted the quest into the Guld of Wisdom last Friday. It looked pretty easy and I had a few thousand AP charged up, so I just went ahead and did it. You have to hunt hyenas in the Great Desert for 45 pelts and then mix them together. It's for a hunter that wants to make clothing for his village of people. The drop rate is a little frustrating because the hyenas also drop the battle stones as well as the pelts, so you have to fight in between two different drops. And the reward is some XP. I think it's about 2 million, and the Ring of Hjalke. The ring has relatively small stats to it, and the quests in the ring, they're level restricted to 2500. So I think it was a pretty easy quest, nothing special, but it did give me something to do. And Uriah Heep had a good suggestion about talking about some of the lingos and terms that we say in Gothador in each show. So the terms I want to talk about today are some of the more common AP potions that are used and traded. The first one is the big guy, the Ultimate Speed Potion, or USP or USPA. This potion gives the most AP in the game at 1000 AP. Because of that, it's the most valuable, and you can get them directly from Hunt the Cow Studios by purchasing Goth points and cashing them in for the bound or the unbound type potions. And the other way to get them is through the Emporius auction house in the Frozen North. Next, we have the Benevolence Potion, or BP, or Bene. This potion is worth 50 AP, and you can get them the same way as USPs by buying them directly from Hunt the Cow Studios, or you can get them through the auction house as well. You can also get them by being in the top 3 recruiters of the week. I think you get 5 of them that way. And I think once a month, a mystical source gives all supporters one as well. There was a rare trader in the Spore field that used to sell them, but people would go and spend millions of GP trying to get them, and so it was being abused. So it was just taken out of the rare trader. And the last one I want to talk about is the Super Speed Potion, or SSP. This one is worth 101 AP, and you can get them by killing either the Fear or Loathing bunnies, or they are sold at the Emporius auction house and the Trivivore auction house in Gothador. And like the bennies, there was another little suspect way that players were getting these potions. They used to be dropped by Slanets in the Labyrinth of Nagath, and every spawn would be gone within minutes. I'm talking about every day, even at the odd hours of the day, they'd just be gone within like 2 minutes because everyone was hunting them. So I think the cows finally caught on to that. If you hunt Slanets, you never need to buy speed potions from them ever again, and the Slanets stopped dropping the potions. So, while we were on the topic of how to get AP potions in the game, let's talk about how to get some AP drops in Gothador. This is a really good tactic for when your character has become unsubbed, or if you have an alt character, or if you're babysitting someone's character. What I do is to hunt giant roaches for small speed potions. The small speed potions are worth 3 AP. It's also good to hunt any spawns, ghouls, and grave amps that you come across. They drop rejuve potions and potions of speed, and those are worth a little more than the small speed potions, but it's not really worth hunting them because they drop other stuff as well, and they don't drop as often. I think the hell spawns drop a speed potion too, but I've never been able to get one, so I'm not really sure. So when I hunt roaches, I get about 200 AP in potions from a 1000 AP hunt. So it's a decent way of storing up some potions for a rainy day. One of the tactics that I use is to make sure you have an item equipped that has some or all of the Lightfoot skills, and therefore you're going to save more AP from walking around and hunting. You can either use Creature Locate and teleport from creature to creature, or if you don't have those skills, or this works too even if you have them, you can just walk around the realm because you have the Lightfoot skills. You might find a Fear Bunny or some kind of other locatable. And if you are using a low level character, just watch out not to walk into a square with a dark Nim in it, because they have first strike and they hit for a few thousand damage, so you're likely to be killed. So good luck with smushing the giant roaches, and I hope you get some potions. Alright, it is autumn, and we have just passed peak foliage season here where I live, and it's very, very beautiful. So with that in mind, I recommend that you go take a trip visit and go to the Autumn's Edge realm this week and do a quest there, or just walk around a little bit. The realm banner and the pictures on the squares and the creatures there are really, they're really cool, and they give the realm a real striking autumnal feel to it. So I enjoy it. So I think you would too if you go there and check it out. So I'm trying to figure out Windows Movie Maker. I'll be trying some different formats to see what works best. A few players had some great ideas about doing interviews with other players, and I'd like to do this. I just need to get more acquainted with the technology. So hopefully in the future. Well, that's it for the show. I'm going to lead you out with some top rankings. Thanks for watching.